Hello fellow modelers. Does anybody recognize what I'm wearing? I'm sure you do. In fact, the modeling geeks of the world and the other people who maybe work on fine jewelry find these to be pretty handy. Just want to do a brief video today on a couple of subjects. One is the continuing saga of me assembling some Friuli tracks. Let me turn this around, I'll show you what I'm talking about. These are the Panther 2 tracks. They're really Tiger 2 transport tracks, but they're perfect fit for the Panther 2 that I bought, the DML kit. The plastic ones that they supply with the kit are, you know, exact replicas of this, only these go together using a wire pin, and you assemble them in this little jig here. You kind of take, let's see, you put the, sorry, reversed it. It's hard to do this while operating a camera. Anyway, you put it in like that. You put the center section in, which is in this vial here, and you put in the big link. Center section goes here, and the big link goes there, and then this teeny tiny little piece here connects the links together on one end. That's this piece right here, and you can spend hours of having fun listening to videos on YouTube and catching up on all the correspondence from your various subscriptions and everything else, and just spend hours doing this stuff. I enjoy it. I mean, I think Cohen said in one of his recent videos that he enjoys it too. It's kind of mindless Zen modeling. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is I've kind of made not too much progress on this Hobby Boss Luchs. It's a paper panzer. Once I painted it, there was a big seam in the mold right here. It was pretty obvious, so I had to sand that down on both sides. I've got to do some repainting, but I've also decided in the meantime that it's pretty sparse. I mean, this is all they give you in the kit as far as tools, etc. I mean, there's nothing. There's no jack, there's no shovel, there's no pike, there's no cleaning rods, nothing. But I've taken some of my spare items out, and what I'm going to use are these things here. They were with a Italy Panther or Jag Panther that I decided I'm not going to use. I'm just going to use it to experiment with Zimmerit. So, I mean, I'm not going to complete the model, and I'm going to use these tools. They're pretty passable. They'll look pretty good on this little links. You know, if I mount them here, I'm going to have to make tool holder brackets, etc. There's some more tools I'll use. Sledgehammer. Great big honking sink in the side of that. Maybe that's why Italy is not known as a premium model company. The wire cutter is pretty good. For some reason they gave me 2 wire cutters with this kit, so I'll pick out which one's best. And then there's an axe. I've also taken one of the road wheels as supplied with the Italy kit, and I drilled out the nuts around the center hub. So I saw a picture online that had this mounted on one side of the Luchs kit in the model that was built. And I thought that looked pretty cool. It looked pretty good with painted and weathered as if it's just a spare road wheel that got mounted to the side of the vehicle. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to mount that on a piece of tubing I've got, which just happens to fit perfectly inside the wheel. That would fit somewhere on the side of the vehicle. Then you could put the wheel through it and make a little device to lock it on there. I'm also going to use the auxiliary jack and the fire extinguisher. If anybody wants to comment on anything, if they want to suggest anything that I should do differently, or if they think it's a good idea, you know, just let me know. One other segment of this particular video is going to be devoted to a couple of magazines that are put out by, I think they're put out by Mig Jimenez. And these are weathering magazines. I'm sure you're familiar with them. If you're not, you can pick these up either at a hobby shop. I had to buy them on eBay, so I had to pay a lot of money for them and with postage and all. But I mean, they're pretty good magazines. This Kursk one is a little bit exploiting everybody's fascination with Kursk, and this is an excellent model of an elephant here, or as I think it was called Ferdinand when it was at Kursk, and it's a model of a captured version that the Russians put on display and marked it up with their writing, and I'm not too sure why they put a big X through the German cross there, like in case anybody doesn't realize we captured this thing. It's not just running down the street mowing people down. And there are other things in here. There's an excellent T-34-43 model. I might be using some of this. The advantage of this is they show you the techniques they used and all that, but they also just show you the picture of the model. I find that a pretty helpful hint because it shows you where to put chipping, where chipping typically occurs. It occurs on edges and corners, and it's very faint and very fine, the deep chipping. But one of the criticisms I've got of this magazine or this publication, and Cohen has pointed this out in one of his videos too, just kind of inadvertently, and that is this kind of stuff. Now, unless you're modeling one of these Russian submachine guns and you want a close-up picture of it, this has like zero use for me as a modeler. There's another one there. Sorry. Yeah, in the next issue. Now, come on, guys, give me a break. What is this crap? I mean, if I want a copy of a girly magazine, I'll go buy a girly magazine. If I want to, see some scantily clad young Russian lady or Spanish lady or wherever she's from, there's plenty of those things are available. But modeling magazines are for models and how to build models, especially armor models. If you're into armor modeling like I am, big time, okay, it's just a waste of the paper it's printed on. There could have been 4 or 5 pages in each one of these magazines that could have been devoted to what I bought it for, which is modeling, and not hoochie coochie or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm not sure. This is kind of unique. I've never seen a model magazine with women used to exploit whatever they're exploiting. I don't mix my my girly magazines with my modeling. You know, it's like, I guess that's enough of a rant, okay? I mean, Cohen goes so far as saying he throws them in the garbage. Well, I paid about 20 bucks for each one of these, and there are some useful things in them, so I don't have to worry about my daughter running across them or my wife finding them and getting upset with me because I got pictures of bikini-clad or low-cut dressed women, you know, whatever. My daughter's 29. She doesn't live in my house, and you know, maybe Cohen's got a little girl, and that's why he's concerned. And I agree with him. I mean, there's just no place for this kind of stuff, with especially with a modeling magazine. It's like Nate Jimenez or his editors are kind of pushing the envelope a little bit too far, or maybe they've got something to be concerned with themselves. You know what I mean. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.